Hello folks, welcome back to the server. My name is Joel Duggan and we're back on the Citadel, hanging out in Westhill, picking up where we left off on Sunday. And we will be continuing with the south side, I guess, texture and detail work outside on the wall of the keep is what we're up to today. Kind of nice when you're on a project that, you know, kind of spans a couple of streams. At least early on. I'm not a big fan of when they're like 14 streams long, but when there's just 2 or 3, when you log in, you don't have to think about what you're doing next. We're just basically picking up where we left off. I do have some ideas for adding a few details that I think I might want to explore, although my inventory says that might be harder than normal. Dirt, grass. What I want is stone brick stairs. Yeah, that could work. Yanni, hello, hello. And the Mech Titan, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. So we've got these things here that I was toying around with, the idea of adding like an extra layer at the bottom, which would either continue this gradient or hide it. And then I thought, it could be cool if instead of hiding it all at once, we actually did like strips. And this may or may not look good. We'll see. Maybe one lower might work. So the idea here would be that we have one there, and one there. And then everything in between it would be the same as what's already there. Now what we make these out of is up in the air. Minecraft Melly subscribing at tier 1, 4 months. Thanks very much, Minecraft Melly. I don't know if I like that. If we do that, maybe we do it with the darker bricks. Maybe we use the deep slate bricks. So right idea, perhaps just the wrong material. I'm doing all right. It's been a very busy week so far. That's better than the stone. I like that better than the stone. Question is, would it be good to just do it the whole way across? Thanks for bringing the inspiration. Well, you're welcome. Appreciate that. Yeah, definitely more interesting to have the strips. So we'll go with that. And we can maybe mimic what's happening up top here. And that will remove the need to do a lot of texturing underwater, which doesn't really make a lot of sense anyway. And then we just take these out. And we would probably end up filling this in. And I guess this would also get there. And we just replace these. And I guess we'll have to replace this too. Do I have any basalt? I do. I'm not sure whether that reads as lighter or darker. Guess we'll go the other way around. These guys are as bad as wandering traders. Little buddy, thanks very much for the Prime sub. 4 months. Appreciate that. So we'll just continue this down in the same way. Oh, am I out of mud? I'm out of mud. I'm glad you find the stream relaxing, YGen. What do I not need? Don't need that. I think that looks okay. It's a little bit weird from the side, but I think it looks better from far away. Actually, I guess this would probably be a good mixture of stuff, wouldn't it? This is where I stopped the gradient. I didn't continue it past here. really hard to see in the rain, that's for sure. Yeah, really hard to see. So that feels a little bit strange, even though you can't really see very much of it. So I might actually remove this. Weird from the side, better from far away. you, you feel like that hits close to home? That's funny. So I don't think I want to bring this around. I think that these are just going to stay in the water as they are. I think maybe we can try one here. Or maybe I should try one here. Yeah, I think that looks better. Kind of looks like it's all one piece. All right, got a little bit of water that we have to fill in, which means I need a bucket. But I also have to work on, I think the shoreline needs some work. And, well, I guess we gotta finish this gradient first, don't we? I'm gonna need a better way to get up there. Guess we can put mud there. Need something to kind of come up in this direction. Maybe that's where we can put some cobblestone. Yeah, that helps a little bit. Feel like we can get some deep slate up in here too. It's tough when you start to bring the blocks higher. A little bit tricky. I definitely have mentioned this on the spawn chunks before, but like every other day, and depending on whether it's sunshine or rainy here, my allergies are really acting up, and I find that it affects my voice, not so much my nose. Like, if you had to ask me what my problem was 2 years ago, it was my eyes. Like, my eyes would be watery and itchy and stuff like that. But this year, it's totally my voice, which is not the best when you talk for a living. So I'm a little bit, not hoarse, but like, I'll say raspy maybe. I feel fine. It's just annoying. Oh, there's glass there. Cool. Now this, I think we might have to take a look at as well. This part. I think what I might want to do is take the bottom of this tower and make it match these buttress designs here. Sorry you've got a headache, Cal. That's no good. So where are we here? I guess I can go with like a polished andesite maybe. Word Nerdify, gifting a tier 1 sub. That went out to D Clark F5. Thanks so much, Word Nerdify. Appreciate it. I'm easily suggestible, and the screen kept telling me to gift a sub. Nice. I will not complain. Appreciate the support. So where is the top of these things? It's around there. Somewhere around there. Pretty close. Maybe I don't want it to connect exactly. I think it might be better. We could do the polished up here. And maybe we could do it in a big chunk of 2. Maybe not. I'm just worried that a horizontal band is going to remove, like, make it not feel as tall. I'm just going off the fact that there's a andesite there. Like each the stairs all polished andesite. No, I think I'm better off doing bricks the whole way down. That way it stays separate. And we'll work out if, you know, whatever kind of like texture details we want to put. Right now I just want to have like a final block selection. I don't know if this is going to look good. I'll have to see. Oh, time to sleep again. There's going to be a bed nearby somewhere. Hello, guitarist. Thanks very much for the sub. Appreciate the gift. That went to Ramunez 84. Thanks so much for the gift sub support. Very, very kind of you. I mentioned this on the Discord, and I'll mention it again here. I'm going to be doing a quarterly hangout for the first time with my community privately on the Discord. So this is going to be for people that support me financially in one way or another, either via Patreon for the Citadel Cafe or personally, either from Twitch or from Patreon on the Citadel Cafe. And so basically anybody that's a member of the Discord will have the opportunity to participate, to listen and ask questions. You can send email questions as well. And that email address is in the Discord. I don't know if I like that. I like the separation, but I feel like I might have to take it back to stone. It does not do what I wanted it to do. Oh, missed some. These tight, high corners are always a real pain. Maybe just that has to be stone bricks. McScrewgunn, how's it going? I got your email. Speaking of the Citadel Cafe, thanks very much. I've added that to the next set of notes for the next time I sit down to record. I feel like the easier thing to do would just be to come out here and just change everything from this side. So normally I would have like a gradient of andesite going up this, but I don't think that's going to be possible with this tangent here, so we'll have to figure out a different way to separate this. Maybe it's just a matter of putting in like the odd combo of details. Having one of those days where having a full inventory is just grating on my nerves. Yeah, not sure about that. Maybe that just needs to be smaller and made to look like it's part of the dock instead. Yeah, keep it simple. Yeah, I think that works. That sells it a bit. We'll just put another one of those blocks up a little bit higher. Yeah. We could also put like a little bit of andesite in here too. I'll worry about the full length of it another time. I'm just focusing on kind of like from the windows down through here. Whoops. All right, so that handles that. How are we doing for the gradient over here? Yeah, I mean, it feels about right. We might be able to put, well, about right. Oh, I see over here. I had some andesite in there, right there, and some cracked bricks. But I don't want to put any andesite in here because of the face of this being andesite. I don't want it to be confusing from a material sort of point of view. But I think maybe a couple of stone bricks could help us out. Yeah, it's pretty loud when you're standing right here. Maybe we'll toss one over here too. Actually, I feel like this could use a little tough maybe. Siberian, doing well, thanks. I think at this point I need to switch gears and start working on the shoreline. Because then I know what I'm going to be covering up with like vines and stuff like that. We could put it up here. Yeah. Just realized the top of that is messed up. One of the things I'm going to have to do, I'm sure, is do like a fly around and see what needs to be changed back. When you've made changes. I don't have the right block. That's annoying. And this just doesn't go anywhere. I don't know whether I decided to just not have a door here. Maybe I just covered it up by accident. Sure, I've left all kinds of blocks in this little space. Oh, most of them might have despawned by now, I guess. Not that it's a huge deal, but how are we doing for yield? It's like 8, 12. It's like 16 stacks, give or take. I really like to start ripping this wall down, but then I'm not sure where I would put all my shulker boxes. I think it might help me kind of imagine what I want to do in this space. Maybe I'll just go from like the shulker boxes up. Kind of all over the map today, but like it's one of those things where like as you're working on the area, you kind of see different things that need a little bit of attention. That is 3 blocks thick. I did not anticipate it to be quite so hefty. Might leave that there just for now. It's 4 blocks thick in some places. Obviously, this was part of the cliff. Like, this was not something I built. This is obviously something that was just filled in or built around. Can't remember how many blocks the ceiling is. I think it's 2 thick. I realize I need to dump my inventory if I'm going to do this. Yeah, let's go do that. I think I hear another skeleton. Tough goes back. I'll leave at least a stack just in case I need it. Oh, I had some cyan terracotta that I didn't use. Forget about that. Lego building, nice, Zabarian. What set are you building? Yeah, this has obviously not been picked at or picked through before. Oh, the simple tasks. Sometimes the satisfying simple tasks. Now I'm going to leave this wall intact just because I think it actually connects to something up top, and it might be fun to have some sort of like through line vertically. Plus it just looks cool. And then I guess we'll just leave that like that. At least we know we can decorate the ceiling if we want to. I don't really have any thoughts for what I'm going to do down here because it's probably going to be the last thing that I do, because of right now where we're using it as a base of operations. It's very unlikely that I'm going to be making any changes to the basement of this keep until I'm 100% done with everything else around. Unless I set up a new area to call home. So I'll go until I hit the shulker boxes. And then we'll stop. Might actually be the next line. Yeah. I'll just move these torches to here. And I think what we'll do is I'll cut out these midsections back here. I am absolutely winging this. I've got no real plan. Might be a cool way to see how this room connects to the tower too. Won't need this anymore. Never thought. I guess it is 2 blocks higher. I forget about the stairs going from one area to the next. really this would be probably up at this level. And there's no reason for this to come down. Like it's just arbitrary. Unless... No. Can't remember what level that's on. Oh yeah, it's lower. It's fine. Oh, you know what? There's stuff happening down here. Right. So we'll just kind of see what sort of shape this gives us and whether or not I can come up with anything interesting to do with this space. The idea was eventually to make it look like a distillery. But I find this will give me a better idea about the space. This is kind of a trick that I use a fair bit when you're planning out big areas like this is, you know, get yourself through a couple of stages. And if you don't know exactly what you're doing, especially if it's an area where you're going to be walking through it like all the time, then it's worth it to kind of just give yourself the space, let yourself walk through it, you know, a few times, and then decide, okay, wait a minute, I've got an idea for this. Just kind of let it happen organically. Thanks for the lurk, McScrewgunn. Appreciate it. Always nice when you stop by. Enjoy the rest of your day. Just leave it like that, I guess. It's not going to necessarily feel all that much bigger. That leaves us with some blocks we can still place shulker boxes on if we need to. I don't remember what this was actually attached to. I think it's just the hallway upstairs. This is negative 9078. Right, so it's this wall here. Yeah, that's what it's attached to. So I wouldn't mind leaving that. That seems like a good idea. Because this is like where the tower is. And so what's happening is that this is the staircase, the big blocky staircase that goes up here. and then kind of starts to spiral up around the main centerpiece. So maybe what we can do, is that the actual wall of the staircase? 978. Yeah, it is. Okay, so that makes sense to keep just from a weird self-indulgent kind of engineering standpoint. So that wall is technically part of this of the tower stairwell. I believe this is, so that's not an outside wall, but it's the inside wall texture there. So we could have a section in here to make it a more interesting room rather than having just a wide open space. We could figure out where the tower would be if it was constructed all the way down to the bottom. That could be cool. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to have, well, I guess we've got the stairwell that currently comes down from the kitchen, which is this one here, right? And this may not be permanent. Like, this may be something we want to move. It would give us a lot more room in the kitchen. I'm just trying to think, like, if that's the way up, maybe we could have the way down be in here. So replacing these stairs to the basement with a stair to the basement here could be cool. And it would remove this huge, like, 2x6 or 8 chunk that kind of defines the kitchen. Although it kind of adds some character. Like, I don't mind it, but having it back here could be cooler and would make more sense from a construction standpoint. And then we could find something else cool to do with the kitchen, and because the kitchen feels a little bit small for the size of the building. And then, like, where all of our stuff is right now, the staircase would come down there, and we would probably have something very similar to this, but it would kind of come out like at this spot right here. That could probably work. This kind of problem solving I find kind of fun. Break time when you're ready, says Cosmic. Thanks very much. I'm going to pop outside and just double check to see if we need to put any of this terracotta in there. So it was up near past the deep slip, past the tuff. Oh, I didn't have tuff at the time. I feel like we've sort of replaced the terracotta in spots with the tuff. You know, I think we're okay without it. I think because we didn't have a tuff for deep slate at the time. Oh, I don't have any other blocks with me. Just need one bit of deep slate. That's it. I forgot that I had this terracotta, so I didn't work it into the gradient at all. I think all we need to do is just switch that around. Yeah. 0T666, thanks for the Prime sub. 5 months. Appreciate it. Let's just go clean slate for all of this. I need my iron box for the bucket coming up anyway. Oh, we're full. Full of the dirt. Cool. Now I just have to make sure that none of this is spawnable before I AFK in here. That's a problem. We'll have to fix that. Actually, you know what? I'll just go outside. I'll just go to into the small house that I know is spawn proof. That's not a big deal. Cool. I take a break once an hour, folks. You should too. Give yourself a chance to stretch. Maybe grab yourself a snack. I'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. So let's go get some of the dirt and grass shulker boxes, and then we can maybe work on the shoreline a little bit outside. Take the moss too, actually. Aha! Not spawn proof in here. Or at least it probably was until the daylight came up. The Vixen subscribing at tier 1. Thanks very much, Vixen. Hope you're having a good day. Appreciate the support as always. So the first thing I want to do is fill in this running water that's driving me nuts. And then I want to take a look at this shoreline and see how we're going to do this. I think this might have to come out to there. Yeah. And all of this should be coarse dirt. And then in here, fill this in. And then there. Now here's where it gets a little bit tricky. Maybe this has to get pushed back by one. Or I could just make it be like a rock down here. That's probably what I'll do. Appreciate the lurk, Vixen, as always. Very kind of you. Always nice to have the lurking eyeballs. It helps with the stream getting featured higher, the more people that are watching. So it's all good. I think what I'll do to kind of make this steeper but believable is we'll just add a rock here. And maybe we'll put a little bit down in here. Not quite. That's a little bit better. And then I guess we'll remove some of this stuff. Just keeps on growing. Maybe here we'll do a slab. And then back here, I'll have to come back with some of the mud blocks and stuff like that. Yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad that the stream can be like that second monitor stream for you, Vixen, and for anybody else. I like finding streams like that too sometimes. I just have to be careful that it's not about something that I'm like very interested in, because I'll end up kind of paying more attention to the stream than I should. All right, so this needs to get tweaked. I feel like this should actually come over this way more. No, that was probably right. Yep. Okay. So then we have to figure out what we're going to do with all of this. I think this is a good way to cap that off. Just have to put in a little bit here and there. So it looks like it makes sense. Now, what are we going to do about this area? I think the first thing we need to do is maybe think about whether this is going to have anything in it. I think this is just going to be solid. So what we're going to do is maybe we'll remove the inside here, find where the top is. This goes all the way up to here. So this is just not going to be a thing. not going to be any insides. We're just going to seal it up, slab it down. Because this would be like a vulnerability with access to the keep if we didn't do this. From a story perspective, I guess. Funny thing, you're not even a second screen. I'm only listening with my phone. Nice. It's a good way to make sure we're not talking about you, right? I wanted slabs. So rather than lighting this up, what we'll do is just slab it along the bottom. And then just seal it up. All right, I need stone bricks. So this looks like it had some tuff in it at some points. Right, put that there. And this could just be maybe this might need a light out here at some point, so maybe that's like a little lantern, or we could put a lantern maybe by the dock. Because all of this is going to be someplace where things are going to be able to spawn, just because I don't want it to be a like a really well lit area aesthetically. That's a little bit even. Let's switch those around. It's a little bit better. It's all weird when you've got things lined up like that. It looks too even. It looks too planned. A little bit better. Now, unfortunately, we don't have a texture pack that really allows us to have block sides, but I feel like the moss gives us an opportunity to do that in places. And it's cheap, and I have a lot of it, so I'm okay with using it. Pixel did a really cool roof with bamboo and moss recently on the Minecraft Survival Guide, and then added bone meal to the top of it, and of course made it look like it was all like an overgrown flowering roof. It was very cool. Very quick way to get some texture in there. And then if we grab some carpets, then we can help define the edge of the path a little bit. Even add a little bit of texture in here in places. See how that kind of helps add to the texture of stuff. Now, obviously, we're gonna have some bushes and stuff in here, so I'm not gonna go overboard. Nice. Big head face, good to see you again. Hope you're having a good day. So one of the things I thought could be good here would be a bush and a vine, kind of like what we've got going on over here. This is where I do want to try to get some 1.20 stuff though, so I feel like I might hold off on this today. I'd want to try and get it all finished in one stream. So the idea for this area over here is to have some sort of like foliage that kind of comes down into the river. And I think what I'd like to do, at least to see what it might look like, is to have some sort of vine that crawls up on this. And I think I want to try to add some of the cherry tree leaves up here on the ends, similar to how I've used the propagules there as like little blossomy type things. I think it'd be neat. Like imagine if that was like a pink blossom and that was a pink blossom, maybe that one there too. I think that'd be would be kind of fun to kind of mess around with some of the new blocks and see what we can do. And then we can maybe start to bring in more like flowering azalea to get like some of that feeling along here. So I'll wait until that's done before I do any more work in that area. So what does that leave us moving on to? I guess I have to look at the roof over here. I could also work on the stairs inside of that thing too. Marked up, what do I play on? It's a PC. It's a Windows PC, Windows 10. I keep on meaning to update it to 11, but I haven't bothered yet. Is this the wall you're talking about in the podcast this week? It's one of them, Magsy. It's one of them. The gradient wall that I was talking about on the podcast is this one. And then the other wall, that was the retaining wall, and the path wall is this one here. So you can see, like, when I turn around here, you'll see 2 streams ago we smoothed out this area here and put a wall around it, and then we did the same thing here. No wall. I mean, there's a wall here, but just kind of smoothed out this area. This approach here was all kind of like smoothed out a little bit. Thanks, Magsy. And marked up, yeah, the specs are below the video. If you go to my Twitch panels page and check out the computer specs, it's been up to date for a while. I haven't updated my computer in a long time, but the panel is up to date. I don't have a crazy computer, like it's nothing too fancy. The Core i7 GTX 1660, nothing too bananas. I guess we should go look at the book. Courtyard, tables and chairs, east wall of main hall. Pantry details. So the pantry details, what I should do here is write stairs. To remind myself that that might be the new stairwell. Kitchen quarters, like that stuff I'm going to do when we have access to 1.20. I'm updating the server tomorrow, hopefully. South lawn. So I can't do the south lawn right now. Oop, don't need that there. Yeah, there's a bunch of places that I don't want to completely finish just yet because they remove access to the bottom of the keep. Trying to think if there's anything outside that I have yet to do. I'm going to miss this nice wide staircase if I get rid of it. That's for sure. Guess I must have dug up more dirt. Goes to there. I think that's it. Actually, we should just clean this whole thing up and move inside is what we should do. Helps to be organized. Plus rain. Always a good time to do inside chores when it rains. And I got stone. Mud box was here, I think. Iron box goes in here. Oh, I had a bucket in there. Did not realize. Oh, I know we could probably work on that staircase a little bit. That'd be a good idea. Oh. Do I have... Yeah, ink sacks. Rockets. Bones. Over here. So much stuff. Just so much stuff. All right. What else do we have? Road Bridge, Northern Farms, West Riverscape, East Bridge Road. Yeah, none of these are really small enough to start, so it's probably a good spot to wrap things up just because I don't have the time to get anything started today. It's a busy week for me this week. But we still have a few things. Feel like this west bank of this river, yeah, the west bank's not done. The Penguin Dude, thanks very much for the follow. Yeah, some of this stuff, it's all kind of contingent on updating to 1.20. So I'll have extra time hopefully today and tomorrow to dedicate to that. The plan tomorrow is to stream Satisfactory as per normal, and that way if anything is sketchy about updating the server, then it won't affect a Minecraft stream right away. So yeah, all good. Well, I'm pretty happy with the way that this this exterior wall worked out. That worked out pretty well. I think what we'll do with the 1.20 blocks is continue with like interior design, but then also we'll be able to come out here in this area here and add in some bushes and things, and maybe add a little bit of color or something and have this feel more overgrown. It feels very weirdly plain right now, so I'm looking forward to finishing that up. We are going to pass you along to Rizzy Realmhopper, I think is live on Halcyon Heights. So your Minecraft day will continue. So again, be back here tomorrow at 1 o'clock Atlantic. That's UTC minus 3 hours for Satisfactory. And that'll be probably a little bit of a longer stream. I can't really do much in 2 hours in Satisfactory, and we're getting some good progress done there. You can also follow the Spawn Chunks. It is a podcast all about Minecraft. There's a brand new episode out right now, came out yesterday, where we talked about the first steps into 1.20 for some people, as well as answered a lot of email. Really good email from McScrewgunn, actually, that we answered in the render distance, which was really fun. You can listen to the Citadel Cafe at thecitadelcafe.com or wherever you find your podcasts. That's about sci-fi and fantasy entertainment. Follow me at Joel Duggan across all the social media that matters. And of course, Patreon. If you'd like to join a Minecraft server of like-minded adults, or if you would like to support me in an economical way, actually, and get access to the Discord, Patreon is a good option. It automatically renews every month, and you get access to everything that's happening in the Discord, including my town hall chat that's going to come up on the 7th of July. So mark that in your calendar. If you are already a member, you're going to want to be around for it, or at least be aware of it. And we'll chat about all the details behind the scenes then. Thanks so much, folks. I will see you next time. Bye for now.